What is up, guys, and welcome back to my FIFA 18 career mode. Now, in the last episode we got 3 wins on the bounce, which was amazing for us, to be honest with you. It's the first time I think we've properly won 3 in a row, 3 important games, so I'm hoping to continue this run. And yeah, so let's just get into this career mode now. So we've just had an email from Shane Long. He doesn't feel like he's getting as much game time on the pitch, and it's not making him happy, so he's a 30-year-old striker. If he decides he wants to go at the next transfers, I really aren't bothered, because we've got strikers like Gabbiadini and Musa who are playing fantastically, and Musa especially is a lot younger than him, so I'm really not that bothered. So looking at some up-and-coming games that we're going to be playing in, we've got the Premier League, which is our next fixture with Liverpool. We've also got another one with Everton, so with the 2 Merseyside teams back to back. And then the English League Cup against Chelsea. So that's the quarterfinals. So we have made it to the quarterfinals. I'm really happy about that, to be honest. I'm really not bothered if we don't win that game, but if we do, then bonus. But we've got 2 hard slot games coming up. I might put the first team out for that one, and stupidly the B team out for Everton, because maybe putting the first team out against Chelsea is the smartest idea. So interestingly then, after we've all levelled out on games, we've all played 11, we are only 3 points behind Manchester United, and we're 2 points ahead of Spurs and 3 points now ahead of Arsenal. So we are secure in that second place for now. Let's just hope we can keep this run going and maybe even overhaul Manchester United. That would be a fairy tale in our first season. So Danny Ings, he's seen the provisional team and he wants to be in it. So I may put him in it. I may put him on the bench, to be fair, and see how he goes on from the bench. But I can't really replace our 2 starting lineups unless I replace Musa and bring him on later on for that burst of pace. But I may give Danny Ings the early run out, and if he doesn't perform, then he's easily replaceable. So here is the team sheet for the Liverpool-Southampton match. We've got Ings and Gabbiadini partnering one another in the striking positions. In behind them we've got Ward-Prowse, who is once again on form. Campbell on the right, Buffalo on the left. Romeo starting in centre defensive midfield. On the left back it's Geyer, on the right back Rafinha, Van Dijk and Yoshida in the usual centre back spots, and our goalkeeper Fraser Foster. So here it is, the Liverpool-Southampton match. And we're away at Anfield, so it's going to be a tough game indeed. Let's hope we can get the win. And let's hope we can keep up with Man United, because we don't want them running away at the top of the table. And hopefully, we'll be able to have a good run for that EuroLeague spot. Bit break ahead. And Gabbiadini's on the ball. He's jinked to his left, and that is it. What a goal. And it just seems to work, slowing the pace down, getting your passes off, making sure that you've got enough space to run around some defenders, cutting back. Look at that little cut back, and slots it to the left. Fantastic. I'm sorry, Ward, you're not going to be able to save that. 1-0 up for Southampton as we pass it to Ward-Prowse. He's going to break. He's given a lot of space to Gabbiadini, though. That has given a lot of space to Gabbiadini as we trying to pass it up to Campbell, but that's blocked out by the defender, and a complete wrong decision from me. That must be frustrating for everyone watching. I do apologise. I don't know why I did that. I'm frustrating myself, to be honest, with some decision making, but a great break from us once again. Gabbiadini breaks, and I tried to cut back, but Ings has got it, and that is why I didn't really want to start him, because he's not great. He had a good run in the last episode, getting the hat-trick in the cup, but he needs to be finishing that. That was a sitter. It was just him and the goal. For comfort, so we pass it up to Ings. Ings, and he's put it away. Ings undoing everything that I've just said about him, and we've gone 2-0 up. Fantastic. It's passing it between players nice and slowly, that build-up play that you need. Drawing defenders in and creating space, but that one, he was surrounded in the box and they just couldn't get the ball off him. Fantastic. 2-0 up. Danny Ings has scored. We pass it up to Gabbiadini, who puts a almost nice through ball in. To Gabbiadini, and oh my god, it's broken for Boufal, who's filling it through. Is that offside? That's not. It's 3-0, and Danny Ings got up in time to pick up that shot and puts it into the back of the net. What a fantastic start to this half. 3-0 up at half time. I haven't really played this convincingly in a long time. Look at that, filtered up. I actually thought he was offside, but he wasn't. He got up in time. Look at that, he's just behind that defender sliding in, and that played him onside. 3-0. Well done, Danny Ings. And there's the whistle for half time. Romeo on the ball now, passing it down to Yoshida, who controls it in his defensive area. Passing it up to Rafinha. Passes it back up to Romeo in centre defensive mid to Ward-Prowse, who can play passes in well and make good runs. As he makes a through to Musa and almost buries his first shot. And we run that into the defender, but Ward-Prowse is back up, but I think he is hurt. As Musa makes a fantastic tackle to win that ball back. And he is hurt. As we flick it up to Musa. Musa now, as he cuts back. Can he shoot? He's normally good at doing that, but he's put his third shot wide. Musa, it's not happening for you. That's a shame, really. He's been good at that all season. Cutting back and putting it into the bottom right-hand corner, but not this time. As Ward-Prowse is injured, I think it may be time to, instead of aggravating that injury, bring on the likes of Tadic. As we pass it up to Musa, who flicks it up to Tadic. Pass it up to Gabbiadini, but there's still people on the break. As we have Musa bursting through with a burst of pace. And he slots it away. 4-0. Musa, what a legend. Fantastic. He burst that little bit of pace. He saw the defender get drawn in. Gabbiadini puts that ball through, and he just slots that away from. I almost slowed the ball down there to slot that away into the bottom left-hand corner. And 4-0. We've absolutely dominated Liverpool here. I mean, they're not the best defence, but Jurgen Klopp not happy with the way Liverpool are playing, and that is 13 goals in the Premier League from Musa. And there is the final whistle. A very convincing win. We also got the clean sheet, 4-0. We absolutely shut Liverpool out of this game. And that's probably the best game we've actually played this season. And if we can keep that form up, I'll be so happy. Just nice bit of build-up play. I know it might be slow and it might not look great, but it is so effective to get your wins. And look at this. 55% possession, 12 shots, 7 on target, 4 goals, 91% pass accuracy, 58% shot accuracy. We completely shut them out. So here it is, guys. Some good news. The medical staff have cleared Jesse Lingard to return from his injury so he can rejoin the first team's training sessions. That's very good for us. We've been missing him on the right hand side, to be honest. He's a fantastic player. He can get into some good positions. And because we may start up with this slow build-up play, he might actually come into his own because he's quite good at playing a pass in. So that may help us in the long run. So here we have it. We have Long up in strike. In behind him it's Lamina. On the right mid it's Campbell. On the left mid it's Redmond. In behind them in centre defensive midfield roles it's Højbjerg and Classy. On the left back it's Target. Right back it's Valerie. In the centre back positions we've got Bednarek and Gardos. And in the goal, making another appearance for us, Gazaniga. So here we have it then, the Premier League match, Southampton versus Everton. We have put a slightly weaker squad out because we're saving them for the Cup. See if we can get the domestic success up at least into the semi-finals, but Chelsea will definitely be up for it. But with the way we played in the last match, I think we can get a result here. So pass it up, but we're just trying to build a bit of space. As we push it up to Lamina, who's already in space, up to Long, and Long showing why we don't really want to play him that often. Just completely mishits that. And that's an opportunity out of the way for us. Nice pass through to Lamina, down to Classy. Classy to Valerie. draw that defender in as Campbell's on the ball. Long, and it's just saved, and it's gone out for a corner. And we pass it up to Long. Campbell in, tries muscling him out, but Campbell had fast feet, and it's straight at the defender's feet and blocked out. Campbell not being able to score his first goal of the campaign. Sigurdsson showing top quality in the middle like he does, and his Niasse has got the ball, and what a strike from Niasse, and over the head of Gazaniga. He's not going to be able to reach that, and what a fantastic goal for Everton. We trail 1-0, 31 minutes gone, and all that sort of build-up play, they've closed us down in the middle, and burst of pace, gap opened up by Gardos, the first mistake that he's made all game, and unfortunately it has cost us dearly. So there we go, we trail 1-0. Nice goal from Niasse, but disappointing to be honest. Don't know why they're pushing bodies forward with a goal up, but we've got a break from Campbell here, and he completely fumbles it. His touch was way too heavy, but he's taken a man down and given him the advantage, so we can't really tackle him yet. Now we can, but we've missed that tackle, and Gylfi Sigurdsson almost put them 2-0 ahead. And there it is, Campbell stupidly losing his head. I wasn't even controlling him at the time. He decided to just barrel into the side of the attacker. Look at this. I wasn't even controlling him at that point. Shane Long, can he score one before the end of the match? And he has! Shane Long. What a strike. Very similar to what happened at the other end of the pitch with Everton as we draw level 2 minutes into extra time. That's fantastic. Shane Long going to celebrate with the fans, but a fantastic effort from him to put us level just as we go into half time. Look at this. Finds a bit of space, finesses it, and the keeper can't touch it. I actually thought that was going to go wide, but it just finds. He's blindsided as the keeper by his defender, who tries to block it, and it's just out of his reach, and it slots into that bottom left-hand corner. Fantastic. I'm happy at that. Very happy going in level pegging, because I don't think we deserve to be trailing, to be honest. We've played quite patiently, and there is the whistle for half-time. So these are the half-time stats. We've had 4 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. They've had 2 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. They've got a 50% ratio, as have we. We've had a bit more possession, which is always good for us. Equal in the park on tackles, so it's very good for us as well. We've had 1 more foul, 1 more yellow card, but I have taken Campbell off for Ward-Prowse, who can play in that right midfield role, and we had 1 more corner. So we're actually not doing too bad in this game. Once again, if we can just keep it up and see if we can win this game. We've got kick-off, we've got control, and here is the second half. Nice cut back from Classic Ward-Prowse. I think that's through to Long. An absolute fantastic play. Redmond got filtered a pass through from Long. I saw him running in, and there it is, 2-1. We've taken the lead in this game. This is the first time we've taken the lead in this game, and it came off. They opened a bit of space. Look at that. He broke from that defender, and first time shot. Redmond absolutely pummeling the back of the net with the ball. Fantastic. Nice finesse shot. 2-1. Thank you very much. So what I'll do, with it being the 75th minute, I'm going to bring Ward off and bring Ings on. Have a fresh burst of pace and slightly better striker up front. He's on the ball, filters it through to Ings, who we've just brought on, who creates a gap for Lamina to run into, but that's created a gap for Ward-Prowse, who puts it away. 3-1, and we have come back from 1-0 down to be leading 3-1. And all that came from finding a little bit of a gap, playing it patiently, and look at this. We're almost a new person. We're almost playing like we're someone else, and it's refreshing to know that if I could play like this, results can come our way. They're having to play deep, and it's not working for them because since they've put bodies forward, it's all been happening in their area. Now, they may break here, but we're trying to cut that out, and we haven't. And it's more against 1. And look at this, they're going to score. And they're going to pick that ball up and they're going to run back to the spot. And unfortunately, look at this. Our defence fell asleep, completely opened it up for 3 attackers. And this is what they have to do. They have to push players forward. I should have really put them in a defensive mode, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to high pressure offside trap as well. Just draw them out a bit. Maybe stop any attacks coming through. But anyway, it doesn't really matter what I do, because there is the whistle for full time. Yes, we sort of conceded a goal in that second half once again to make it 3-2, but we've won the game 3-2. So here we have it, the match facts. We had 8 shots, 5 on target. They had 3 shots, 2 on target, so we really shut them out of the game. Even though they put 2 goals in the back of the net, we scored 3 and got the result. Possession was better than them, same as it was at half-time. Our pass accuracy was fantastic. Our shot accuracy was just slightly less than theirs, but we had more shots anyway. And there it is, guys. We've won our second game of the episode. So here it is then. This is the Chelsea-Southampton match. We are in the quarterfinals against Chelsea. And you know what? Let's select the right squad. So here is the team to face Chelsea. We've got Musa and Gabbiadini partnering each other up front. In behind them, it's Tadic starting. Coming back from injury is Lingard on the right. On the left, it's Boufal. In centre defensive mid, I've put Romeo in because he controls things from that area. Left back, we've got Gaye. Right back, we've got Rafinha. Van Dijk and Yoshida in the centre back positions. And as always, our very faithful goalkeeper, Fraser Foster, is starting the match. So here we have it then, the English League Cup against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, the quarter final. Can we get a result? I would be so happy. Look at the table there. What a cup it has been for us. Nice little cup run. And what we need to do is just play like we have been playing in the last few games. We've had 5 games on the bounce now of wins, which is remarkable. Nice tackle there. Fantastic as we get the ball away on the break. Look at that. Trying to cut out Kante's challenge as Gabbiadini puts a defender on the floor, and it's off the crossbar early on. And a poor effort from Boufal on the left there, trying to win the ball in the air, and it allows Chelsea to break, work a bit of space up. It's going to be hard in this match because they're going to be up for it. And look at, they have 5 back anyway. It's the way they play. And Romeo just missed placing that pass. Trying not to give them space, running back with them, but he's in a little bit of space. Play the offside trap, but it would be nice if we could get away with this one. And Diego Costa's header almost dropping in, and Fraser Foster, yeah, he might be happy with that save, but boy, that shouldn't have troubled you as much as it did. Trying to defend this attack now. Nice tackle from Yoshida, who's been on form all season. Keep this run going as we pass it through. How is that not in? As we get it, but we give it away straight away. Last thing I want. Nice tackle from Van Dijk. You meet Van Dijk head to head, it's not going to be as easy as you think. And look at how many players they have back. I know they tend to play 5 at the back anyway, but Gabbiadini's burnt his man, but I'm sure he got pulled back there. I'm a little bit unhappy with that. Referee should have really pulled that because he got pulled around, pulled his arm around, and they've come away with the ball. And that's what's given him advantage. I'm not really happy with that. Pedro's on the ball, crossing it into, is that Hazard? As he kicks it straight to Fraser Foster. It's not going our way this match. They're fired up for the cup. Oh my gosh, we're passing it a bit too quickly there. I didn't have a bit of space to pass it into. And there it is. It's in the back of the net. They had so many men forward and I couldn't quite tackle them. And there it is. We trail 1-0. 34 minutes gone into the first half of the quarter-final. And look at that. They just passed it round. Showed the quality of one of the top 4 teams. And there it is in the back of the net goal for Chelsea, 1-0. It looks like we can't break them, and unless they score now, it's going to go in at 1-0. And there's the whistle at half-time, 1-0 at half-time. Not particularly happy with that performance from us. Here in the match facts, they've got 55% possession, they've got 10% more possession. They've had 2 shots and none on target. They've had 4 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal. Our pass accuracy's been slightly less than theirs. We've got 0% shot accuracy, so something needs to change in the second half. Here we are, we've got a kick-off for this second half and hoping things will change, but I can't see it myself. Ever the pessimist, if I think the worst and it doesn't happen, then at least it's a bonus. This is a world-class quality team drawing in on us at the right time. Oh, Musa, can he get one? And no, that is speared so far wide and he's so frustrated with that. That's another shot not on target. Look at that, it's just gone wide, inches wide, but still not on target. And we still trail 1-0, that is frustrating. And we're letting them in way too easy. And oh my gosh, that is in the back of the net for 2-0. What have I done? Pedro just ripped us a new one. Look at this. From outside of the box. Finesses it into the top right. Foster wasn't getting there. And this is where I think, as a pessimist, it's over for us. We haven't shown up. We've got our top team out and they haven't really played that well, if I'm honest. Trying to create some space in the middle as we try and go for a quick response, but Courtois is on that like a cat on a mouse. Campbell, fresh pace for Lingard. Ings on for Musa. And in fact, we'll swap Ward-Prowse and Campbell around, and then we'll see how this goes. They're not going to stupidly let us get hold of the ball again. As I say that, we tackle them down as Campbell is through and he passes it across, but the pass is poor and I'm really upset with how I've played this match. Really frustrating. Might get a consolation goal, but I think it is completely over for us. Chelsea really wanted this cup, and look at them. They're bursting through it yet again. A mistimed slide, and look at that. They passed it through to Hazard, and there it is, 3-0. I couldn't do anything about that. And very disappointing how we've played. We've come out of the last 2 games absolutely fantastic. I was more confident than I should have been, to be honest, in this game, thinking maybe we could get through. Maybe they won't play that hard. And there is the final whistle. And we've been dominated, and Conte there and Chelsea knocking us out of the cup. Very demoralising indeed. There's Hazard, 2 shots, 1 goal. And there we have it. They had 8 shots, 6 on target. We had 5 shots, 2 on target. The possession was closer than you would first think. Our pass accuracy wasn't that bad, 86% to 91%. No, they just bossed us in the middle of the park and they finished every chance they could. So let's just take a final glimpse at the table. We are still 3 points behind Man United, but we are a nice 2 points ahead of Arsenal, which is all well and good. Not too bad. Unfortunately, we are out of the English League Cup, which is very unfortunate indeed. But that is how it goes. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of this episode. If you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. And yeah, cheers.
I'm smiling. getting high, boy, it's time to break it down. Grab a mic, kill the stage, yeah, second nature now. Mama said I make her proud, I told her I made a vow just to